kanto may kwento at bawat biyahe may hamon. Rush hour, long lines at pasikip na biyahe, yan ang araw-araw na laban ng mga buhay commuter. Pero sa dinami-rami ng paraan para makarating sa destinasyon, malaking tanong pa rin, alin nga ba ang pinakamabilis, budget-friendly at stress-free? Malalaman natin yan ngayon. I am Pao Cruz, your host, and this is Paraan, painting Manila yellow one stop at a time. Ngayong episode, sasabak tayo muli sa biyahe papunta sa isa sa pinaka-busy at modernong distrito ng Metro Manila. Isang lugar na puno ng matataas na commercial buildings, corporate offices at mga sikat na tambayan. Walang iba kundi ang Bonifacio Global City o mas kilala bilang BGC, kung saan nagtatagpo ang iba't ibang klase ng commuters mula sa iba't ibang panig ng Metro Manila. Para mas ma-excite pa tayo, tara na't kilalanin na natin ang ating challengers.
Heto na naman tayo sa panibagong biyahe kasama ang inyong favorite commuters. Ako, si Jay Karaan, ang nag-iisang commute warrior ng Pampanga. This time, mula Bambang Station, sakay ako ng LRT1 hanggang EDSA Station at lalakad papuntang MRT. Tapos, sasakay ulit ng tren papuntang Ayala Station and finally, sasakay naman ng BGC bus sa 1 Ayala Terminal. Swak sa budget at pagsakto sa timing, baka ako pa mauna dun sa finish line.
Pabilisan ba ng biyahe? Walang problema kasi ako si Inigo Diaz, the human GPS of the East. Sasakay ako ng UV Express mula UST papuntang Buendia. Pagdating sa Buendia, lilipat ako ng jeep papuntang Guadalupe. Mula doon, sasakay ulit ng jeep papuntang Market. With just around 50 pesos, andun na ako. Mas madiskarte, mas flexible. Pero sulit ba sa oras? Let's find out!
Alam nyo, papunta pa lang kayo, nagkakape na ako sa BGC. Hello again, it's your girl, Chelsea Derla, ang ultimate transit tracker ng Cavite. This time, dahil nasa episode 3 na tayo, back to basics tayo. Dahil puro jeep lang ang sasakyan ko today. Yes, ako lang. Yung gagastusin ko, 40 pesos lang naman. Dahil mula UST Espanya. Pupunta kaming Pedro Hill nang naka-jeep lang. After noon, onting lakad lang, papuntang Agoncillo Street. Then, sasakay ulit kami ng jeep papuntang Guadalupe. Pagdating sa Guada, ay nako, mag-jeep na lang kami papuntang Market. Simple lang, diba? Pero mabilis kaya? Yan ang alamin natin.
Chelsea, hindi ako sigurado kung simple yung sinabi mo.
No.
Pero ako, aminado talaga ako na nung unang commute natin, hindi ko talaga gamay yung rush hour and medyo nahirapan ako. Pero feeling ko ngayon, mas kaya ko na.
Alam nyo, ganun din ako dati, kaya relate so much. Hindi ako marunong magplano, kaya ngayon, natuto na ako mag-strategize. Kaya, wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa.
Totoo yun. Nung first episodes, grabe, feeling kampante lang ako. Pero hindi ko in-expect yung mga pila at siksikan. Pero ngayon, feeling master na ako dyan.
Wow, professional na siya.
So, ibig sabihin ba nito, mas kaya na natin, mas matalino na tayong mga commuters?
Siyempre, ganun na nga. Kaya ngayon, wala nang palusot. Kung sino ang pinakamadiskarte, siya ang mauuna sa BGC.
O, wala nang satsat pa, wala nang paligoy-ligoy. Alam nyo kung bakit?
Bakit?
Tingnan mo. Alas-tres na, rush hour na. Let's go!
Bye-bye!
Kaabang-abang naman talaga ang labanan ng ating challengers. Pero bago natin makita kung sino ang mauuna sa BGC, alamin muna natin ang pananaw ng isang eksperto tungkol sa ating commuting challenge. Our guest for today is an expert in architecture and urban planning with a strong background in disaster resilience and sustainable urban design. He is a doctor of philosophy in built environment, architecture, coordinator, ARCC, AMACE, and competition. His work focuses on climate adaptation, disaster risk reduction, and innovative urban planning solutions. Let's give a warm welcome to Assistant Professor John C. Ong, PhD. Hi, Doc John. Hello po. Kamusta naman po ang inyong araw?
It's busy as usual.
As busy as usual.
Yeah.
Are you having a great day so far, sir?
Yeah, the students are having a great time doing their work.
Ayun. So, nakita natin kung gaano ang ating challengers kaganado, no? Pero sapat ba ang kanilang diskarte? Alamin natin ang pananaw ng ating guest tungkol sa kanilang napiling ruta. So, Sir John, nakita natin yung mga choices nila of paano mag-commute to BGC. Iba-iba, no? May nag-train, may nag-UV, may nag-jeep din. Sa tingin niyo, Sir, sino ang mauuna?
Well, it depends on during the rush hour. Also depends whether, well, it depends what time of the day.
Sir.
We have a lot of factors.
Pero like ano lang, kahit konting guess lang sa inyo, sa tingin nyo, sino yung mauuna for today, for this show?
Definitely yung mahuhuli yung nag-jeep.
Mahuli yung nag-jeep. Ayun. Magkakaalaman tayo dyan mamaya. Sir John, BGC is one of the busiest business districts, no? Ano po sa tingin ninyo ang pinaka-challenging na aspect pagdating sa pagko-commute from UST to BGC or anywhere to BGC?
I guess the most challenging thing is time.
Yung oras talaga po.
And of course, the most challenging will be whether you would really want to pay the cost or want to spend the time. Now, challenging, I guess, of course, ang challenge talaga dyan is if you're working in the morning or working at night. Now, if you live at BGC, if you work in BGC, you live in UST, well, you have to approximately allocate about 2 hours of travel time.
2 hours talaga, no? Kailangan mag-prepare talaga. Kailangan ng matinding time management talaga when it comes to commuting. Ayan, ang dami-dami nating valuable insights na napupulot from Sir John. And lalong-lalo na about sa business district tulad ng BGC. Pero syempre, kahit gaano kahirap ang hamon, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang laban ng ating challengers. At si Chelsea, mukhang may nakausap ng ibang commuters para kamustahin ang lagay ng biyahe nila. Sino kaya ang unang challenger na makakarating gayong pare-pareho silang may paglipat ng mga pampasaherong sasakyan? Magkakaalaman tayo nito pagdating sa BGC Challengers.
Hi guys! So now, dito na tayo sa may Noval Gate. The infamous Noval Gate. And it's already 3:03 in the afternoon. Nyo kita. 3:03 in the afternoon.
So, time check, it's 3 o'clock and kakasakay lang namin ng UV Express. And now we're going to Buendia.
Okay, ang init. Ayan, nasa UST pa rin tayo. And time check, 3:01. Nakasakay na tayo ng jeep. At, ayun yung UST.
Kuya, magkano po Buendia, estudyante? Po? 25. Sige. So, ayun, we just paid 25 pesos for a student going to Buendia.
So last time, nung dumaan tayo dito sa Bambang, medyo tinagal-tagalan natin, tinake natin yung time natin sa paglalakad. But, realize na yun yung pagkakamali ko.
Time check, 3:06 p.m. And nasa Quiapo tayo, malapit na tayo sa Quiapo Church. Yung nagbayad na ako kay Kuya kanina ng 12 pesos, estudyante, papuntang Pedro Hill.
Guys, it's already 3:16 p.m. And dito na tayo sa station, di ba? Mas mabilis tayo kesa sa last episode. Magkano po sa EDSA? 25. Isa po. Thank you po.
Ayan, so ang nadaanan natin kanina ay ang Manuel Quezon Memorial Bridge, named in honor of Manuel Luis Quezon, the President of the Philippines at the time of its construction. It was damaged during World War II and subsequently rebuilt in 1946. Yung isa nating nadaanan ay yung Metropolitan Theater. It was inaugurated on December 10, 1931, making it the oldest existing theater in the Philippines.
Puno ng pangarap. Grabe.
Ganito pala sa Maynila. Tayo nasa stopover pa lang tayo, so hindi to Maynila.
Malapit na tayong makarating sa EDSA station, and after EDSA station, malalaman nyo kung paano pa tayo makakapunta ng BGC. So, stay tuned.
matindi ang init, pila at traffic, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang laban ng ating challengers. Pero habang nasa biyahe pa sila, mas lumalalim pa tayo sa usapang transportasyon kasama ang ating espesyal na panauhin. Habang patuloy na hinaharap ng ating challengers ang hamon ng paggabiyahe, bigyan naman natin ng mas malalim na perspektibo ang usaping urban planning at city development. At syempre kasama pa rin natin si Doc John. Hello again, Doc John. So,
Hi, hello.
napanood po natin yung update sa ating mga challengers. Pero, let's go to deeper communication about the BGC and transportation system. No? BGC is often seen as a model city in Metro Manila. Ano po ba yung mga dapat gawin upang maabot nito yung global standards ng isang well-planned sustainable city?
Now, one of the reasons why it became a model city is that it is considered as a walkable city in a sense. Now, BGC is a small place. The reason why other places in other countries are ideal is because you can walk, let's say in Hong Kong, you can walk from Wan Chai to other places easily. But in BGC, you cannot walk from BGC to, let's say, Makati in a simple manner. Now, BGC is in a quote-unquote a model one, is that you can go to one place to another place in a safe environment. But from UST to BGC is another challenge.
Iba namang usapan yun,
Yeah.
di ba? BGC has rapidly become a central business district. From an architectural and planning perspective po, what elements make it ideal for companies to establish their headquarters there?
One of the things that make it ideal for headquarters one of the things why businesses go to a center is because of its value as a famous place. Now,
Yes po.
a sample would be a lot of businesses would go to Makati. Okay, you have an office in Makati. Wow, Makati. You have a business in BGC. Wow, BGC.
Opo.
So, your value, your business value goes up. Not unlike when you have may office ako sa Quiapo. Even though your
yung reputation, sir. ganun.
even though your product is the same, but the value goes up. Now, that's one reason why people go to BGC. But another reason is, of course, the prestige. You would likely have a business meeting at Starbucks rather than have a business meeting at Jollibee.
Yes, sir.
The same. So, the value, the perception of value of a prestigious place lies on BGC. Now, the question would be, is it an ideal place where people go to commute? That's the reason why we have a lot of dorms in Makati and surrounding areas where people just live nearby and commute to BGC when needed.
Sa tingin niyo ba, sir, BGC yung pinaka well-developed na city sa Metro Manila?
Honestly, we cannot say if it's a well-developed thing. Because when you go out of BGC boundaries, medyo marami siyang squatters.
Yes,
So
sir.
marami rin doon tumitira. And the same reason why SM would be able to go to some areas is because the population surrounding that area, that is where they get their workers. Now, for sabi mo ng CEOs, upper class societies, they usually live, the people who work at BGC live in Makati or live in South. So may Alabang.
Yes po.
So they usually use SLEX, use cars. But for workers like waitresses, not jeepney drivers, baggers, merchandisers, promodizers, they usually commute. And the question is, where do they live? Most often than not, they will live far away. But then again, it will be quite hard for them to, how do you say this? Budget their time. Now, that's the reason why they would prefer to do a bed space. Bed space ka ng sa Makati for about 3,000 pesos or 4, which is pretty safe in a way, value-wise. So, again, BGC, if you're talking about a model city, is it considering the workers or not? Maybe for the customers, but for the employees, we have to have a different framework around it.
And that's a question na pwede ring pag-isipan ng ating mga viewers. Doc John, napansin natin na maraming mixed-use developments sa BGC, no? Like offices, condos, retail spaces na magkakalapit-lapit. Gaano po ito kahalaga sa pagbabawas ng traffic at paglikha ng mas efficient na urban space?
Well, that's a good question because the reason why you have condominiums near the retail spaces is because you want to have houses near the workplace.
Yes, apo.
The challenge would be again, would someone working in BGC afford a $15 million condo? That would be the question. Now, a lot of the things that would happen about it is, of course, the question would be, it helps theoretically. The question would be, again, identifying who lives there and who works there. But yeah, in a sense, in a good planned city, it's important to identify where they work, where they live, where they actually do the market. I mean, buy market, like palengke. Saan siya namamalengke? Yan, ganun.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Doc John. Thank you sa inyong oras and sa mga insightful answers na binahagi niyo sa amin. Talaga namang mas naunawaan pa natin ang mga kondisyon ng traffic at pagbiyahe patungong BGC. At meron pang mga bonus na information from Doc John. Doc John, meron po ba kayong mga gustong i-plug or i-shout out? Ayan. The floor is all yours.
Oh, another. Well, honestly, in doing commute travel, a lot of us are thinking, how do I get there faster? But sometimes the question would be, what do you do with your time in your commute? Can you listen to a podcast? Can you listen to a audiobook? Of course, we cannot actually read books while on a jeep. It's dangerous, kind of. But instead of listening to just music, can we listen to our class lectures or something like that? Or maybe learn about more things about the surroundings. But nonetheless, commuting is interesting. Commuting makes your life happy, exciting, sad, scary. But one of the best things in commuting is you learn about people.
Yeah. How to make your time productive, no, sir? Ayun. Pero bago tayo dumako sa ating challengers, we would like to thank our dear sponsor, Vandal Philippines. From New York to the Philippines, Vandal is the coolest way to celebrate with premium frozen mocktails and refreshing slushies. Turn any party, wedding, or weekend chill into an ice-cold experience. And of course, to our media partners, HelloMNL.com, When in Manila, Business Mirror, TBC News, Trended PH, Metro News Central, Educine Studios, Negros Daily Bulletin, The Manila Times, Orange Magazine, One Tech Avenue, Techie Pinas, SciTech and Digital News, The Events Tribune, and of course, Alibi Ravasi Events. Habang nagpapatuloy ang ating usapan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang laban ng ating challengers sa kalsada. Kamusta na kaya ang biyahe nila? Sino ang nauuna at sino ang naghaharap sa pagsubok ng traffic? Tara na at balikan na natin sila.
Okay, so we just got down Buendia and time check, it's 3:28. Buendia! Buendia!
Okay, so nandito kami sa may Pedro Hill Street and time check 3:22 p.m. Andito kami ngayon. At ngayon, tatawid na po ako ng pedestrian lane.
And finally, it's 3:41 p.m. and nandito na tayo sa LRT EDSA Station. And alam nyo kung saan tayo pupunta? Lalakad tayo ngayon papuntang MRT. And bababa tayo ng Ayala Station and doon natin i-figure out kung paano tayo makapunta ng Bonifacio Global City.
Oh my gosh. We're crossing the road right now. Nakakatakot. Nakakatakot, guys. Ayoko maging kwento.
Time check po, 3:29 p.m. and nakasakay na po tayo ng jeep. So magbabayad na ako. So 22 daw, sabi ni Kuya. Pag student, papuntang Guadalupe, Ilalim. Take note of that, guys.
So time check, it's 3:44 and we just paid 17 pesos going to Guadalupe and that's for students.
Magkano po sa Ayala Station? Magkano po? 13? So guys, dito natin dito sa Laguna. After pala na itong station. After Magallanes na. Ayala Avenue na. So kaya pala siya 13 pesos lang.
Okay, time check. 4:28 nga nakababa na tayo ng jeep. At ngayon, wala kami sa mismong bababaan namin. Pero maghahanap kami ng sasakyan namin pa market. Okay, time check. 4:34 p.m. Magbayad na ako. Estudyante. Market. At 13 pesos lang ang pamasahe, guys. Papuntang market. Galing Guadalupe.
So, it's 4:16 and we just got down Guada. So, time check, it's 4:22. We just got in the minibus going to market and we just paid 15 going there. And 15 is 15 pesos.
Ayan ang station na guys. So, dito na tayo. Layo na nang narating ko guys. From UST. Dito na ako sa may Ayala. So, unbelievable.
So, we just passed by Guadalupe Ferry and it's a water-based transportation that's in Metro Manila, which also passes by Pasig River Ferry.
Did you guys know that Ayala One is one of the modern transport hub and first multimodal hub in Makati? One Ayala replaced the Makati bus terminals, yung mga old, and making commuting more organized and efficient. It integrates buses, Move Express, P2P or point-to-point buses, and airport shuttles under one roof. So guys, dito sa may DGC bus, sa may One Ayala terminal, you guys have the option para magbayad ng Deep Card or ng GCash. And wala silang cash, sadly. But we're gonna use GCash. 15 pesos lang. Put ang BGC guys. Lapit na natin. My God, I'm so excited.
Ayan, nasa market na ako. And may nakita akong isang tumasya na taga-Jorn. We are the same. We are AB. Ano pong name niya?
My name is Alani Racy Valeriano. I am from One Journey 2 po.
So ngayon po magtatanong na po ako about commuting. Kamusta po yung commute nyo ngayong araw?
Nakakapagod po.
Exactly, me too. Ano po, kamusta po yung commute nyo ngayon? Is it, mabilis po ba siya? Base sa, like, nabilisan kayo ngayon or parang natagalan kayo ta sobrang init?
Natagalan din po. Traffic po talaga.
Ilang oras po yung biyahe nyo?
Yung pinakamatagal po na area po is yung sa may Ayala po. Traffic po talaga.
Thank you po so much ate and good luck sa mga studies. Oh, may nakita akong tumasyan!
Time check guys. It's 4:43 p.m. And finally, nakasakay na tayo. Yay!
We are at... Scooter!
Okay guys, wag na tayo magsayang ng oras. Open your Stravas and let's take a jog going to 5th Avenue. Let's go! Silin you!
Guys, it's already 5:10 and nakababa na tayo ng bus and we're near na sa may High Street ability. So, I really feel that we're gonna win this.
Favorite ko is, actually lahat sila, pero yung pinaka gusto ko is, ayun, nasa harapan ko ngayon. Yung ube twisted ng tinapayan. Favorite ko siya kasi it is cheesy and yun, favorite ko din yung ube.
Akala ko makakapagkape pa ako dito sa BGC, GCB, nalito na ang utak ko, diba? Pero sa sobrang tagal ng jeep, parang ako na mismo pwede magtimpla dyan. Give it to me now.
Grabe, napaaga nga ako ng sakay pero sobrang traffic papuntang market.
Totoo.
Grabe talaga. Grabe.
Pero alam nyo guys, feeling ko nag-field trip na naman ako. Nakipagkarera ako sa LRT, MRT, tapos ang haba ng pila dun sa BGC bus and sobrang traffic pa. Pero, ang tanong ngayon, sinong nauna sa atin?
Okay. Ito na nga, oras na para sa ating pa-awarding. As usual, meron tayong 3 awards para sa ating the best challengers ever.
Unahin na natin ang Rush Our Champ, ang pinakaunang nakarating dito sa Bonifacio Global City. Ang nanalo ay, let's watch this!
So, yun na nga guys. So, it's the big screen. And it's time check 5:16. So, hinanap na natin yung mga kasama namin.
Hey guys, time check po. 5:29 p.m. and the big screen. See that?
Hi guys, so it's already 5:13 p.m. in the afternoon and lagpas 2 hours simula nung umalis tayo sa UST and now we're finally here sa BGC High Street. And ang ating Rush Our Champ ay walang iba kundi
Very good.
first award ko to sa lahat ng episode natin.
Ang galing mo.
Grabe, ang galing mo. Now, we move on to our budget pehero, ang pinakatipid sa biyahe. At ang nagogi ay si Chelsea Girl!
Congrats!
Ay, sorry. Thank you po. So, ang nagastos ko, kung di nyo tatanungin, 47 pesos lang. Ikaw ba, Jay?
53 pesos.
53 ini.
57 pesos.
Yes.
Hindi naman
At
masyadong
syempre,
nagkakalayo.
hindi, pero I'm a faraway girl. At syempre, sino ang pinaka-fresh sa ating 3? Ang Iwas Hulas Award sa pinaka-komportableng commute ay napunta kay Jay Karan! Paano ka naging fresh?
Thank you guys. Syempre, ito.
Ay, grabe talaga. At mukhang ready na ulit tayo para sa susunod na. Hoy, last challenge na pala to. This is our last episode. Oh my gosh.
So, ibig sabihin ba nito? Tapos ng biyahe natin sa para-paraan?
Paano na yan? Ibig sabihin, wala na munang weekly commuting adventures?
Oh my gosh. Pero, alam nyo, kahit tapos na ang show ngayon, hindi natatapos ang commute natin sa tunay na buhay. Kasi araw-araw lahat tayo ay commuters at bawat biyahe natin ay may bago tayong natututunan.
Totoo, sa buong journey natin, natutunan ko na hindi lang bilis ang mahalaga. Kailangan din natin ng tiyaga, budget, at minsan, swerte.
At higit sa lahat, wala talagang perfectong ruta. Lahat may pros and may cons. Kaya diskarte talagang labanan.
Kaya kahit tapos na ang para-paraan, sana dalhin natin ang mga natutunan natin dito. At syempre, sana magkaroon ng season.
Let's go! Grabe, pero you know what? For now, thank you so much to everyone who supported and watched our show. And to all the commuters out there, please watch our show.
Thank you so much, tama yan. Kaya, ayoko man sabihin to, pero kaya ba ng isang huling pasada para sa ating lahat?
Ready? Kayang-kaya.
Once again, this is Para-Paraan. Painting Manila Yellow, one stop at a time.
Bye!
Sa wakas, nakarating na rin ang ating mga challengers sa BGC matapos ang isang matinding hamon sa pagko-commute. Kanina lang, lahat sila may kumpiyansa sa napili nilang ruta. Pero ngayon, nakita na natin kung sino ang umabot ng mabilis, sino ang pinakamurang biyahe, at sino ang hindi pinawisan sa biyahe. Iba-iba man ang daang tinahak nila, pare-pareho nilang napatunayan na ang pagko-commute sa Manila ay hindi lang basta sakay at baba. Kailangan ng may ingat na plano, diskarte, at syempre matinding pasensya para hindi ma-hassle sa biyahe. Ngayon, kung ikaw naman ang nasa sitwasyon nila, ano ang pipiliin mong ruta? Yung pinakamabilis, pinakamatipid, o yung pinakakomportable? Share mo na yan sa amin. Pero, teka, parang ang bilis ng panahon. Pangatlo na pala natin tong pangbiyahe. Grabe, from hassle sa pila, sa sasakyan, sa PITX, sa siksikan at bilis ng biyahe sa Cubao, hanggang sa rush hour struggle ng BGC, iba't ibang ruta, iba't ibang hamon, pero iisang goal, ang makatuwid sa commute ng wais at hindi nabubutasan ang bulsa. At dito na nga nagtatapos ang ating journey for now. Dahil walang forever na stop. Para-paraan will be back soon with new destinations, new challenges, at syempre, mas maraming commuter diskarte. But before we end, Middle Child Media would like to thank our dear sponsors. Vandal Philippines. From New York to the Philippines, Vandal is the coolest way to celebrate with premium frozen mocktails and refreshing slushies. Turn any party, wedding, or weekend chill into an ice-cold experience. Homeroom Dapitan. Elevate your study game at Homeroom Co-working and Study Lounge. Productive, modern, supportive. Visit us today and excel in your studies. Starfinder Optical, the first Korean optical shop in the Philippines. Tinapayan Festival, ang tinapay ng Maynila. Dolce Cafe PH, Dolce Philippines, supporting local farmers and showcasing the heritage of our country in a cup of single origin coffee. And to our media partners, HelloMNL.com, When in Manila, Business Mirror, TBC News, Metro News Central, Educine Studios, Negros Daily Bulletin, The Manila Times, Techie Pinas, SciTech and Digital News, The Events Tribune, and of course, Ali by Ravasi Events. We would also like to acknowledge the Office of the Secretary General for making all of these possible. So if meron kang tip for commuting, meron din akong tip for you. Look out for the updates on our social media accounts, Middle Child Media on Facebook and on Instagram at Midchild Media, to stay excited and curious kung saan nga ba ang susunod nating destinasyon. This is Pao Cruz, your host, at ito ang Para-Paraan, painting Manila yellow one stop at a time.